terrorist flags being waved on American college campuses, and seeing this a generation that some I think genuinely care about the plight of the Palestinians. I think most Americans do, but some who seem to be embracing a terrorist organization over the nation of Israel. What do you make of this moment? What do you think it's a result of? How do we fix it?
Bill Maher stirs the pot on The View, challenging the extremes of woke culture and sending shockwaves through Hollywood. As he questions whether these movements are losing their way, one wonders, is Maher highlighting necessary truth or deepening divisions?
Lincoln once said that you can repeal all past history, but you still cannot repeal human nature. But he's canceled now, so fuck him. Yesterday, I asked ChatGPT, are there any similarities between today's woke revolution and Chairman Mao's cultural revolution of the 1960s? And it wrote back, how long do you have?
Woke is a term that's taken a fascinating journey through American society and politics. Originally, woke sprang from African American vernacular English, AAVE, meaning to be awake to societal injustices. It was a call to be alert, particularly about issues affecting the black community. In its infancy, being woke was about seeing things and recognizing the reality of racial prejudice and inequality. Historically, woke served as a beacon of awareness. It encouraged people to open their eyes to the subtle and overt ways racism operated within society. This awareness was intended to foster understanding and drive change toward a more equitable society. It was a rallying cry for social justice, linked to movements that sought to challenge and overturn systemic barriers. Over time, the meaning of woke began to shift. What started as a noble call to awareness gained broader political and societal implications. As the critics like Bill Maher argue that woke culture has morphed into something far less about genuine social justice and more about performative activism. Maher and many conservatives see modern woke culture as an ideological shift that often prioritizes social conformity over constructive dialogue. This modern usage of woke is often seen as policing thoughts and language to fit a narrow set of beliefs, which many argue stifles free speech and debate. Critics contend that this new woke culture has a blacklist mentality where disagreeing with the dominant narrative can lead to public shaming or worse, cancellation.
So I was surprised to hear you use the term because historically, as you know, because I think you're quite brilliant, that woke is a word used by the black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
Bill Maher's appearance on The View was more than just a regular celebrity interview. It was a moment ripe with heated debate and stark revelations about the state of modern politics and culture. Maher, known for his no-holds-barred commentary, took the opportunity to delve into the intricacies of woke culture and its impact on society and politics. One of the most poignant moments came when Maher addressed the potential political ramifications of woke culture. He made it clear that he didn't blame all societal issues on woke ideology, but he emphasized a critical point. The way woke culture is perceived could indeed play a role in swinging political outcomes, such as the leaders who promise to shatter the status quo, even if it means siding with controversial figures. During the
black lives don't seem to matter when they're taken by black lives.
Right.
But I mean, now, Chicago, my friends who live there say it's not safe anywhere.
Yeah, it's very sketchy, very sketchy.
And that's Chicago.
Bill Maher, a seasoned comedian and political commentator, has not shied away from voicing his concerns about the extremes of woke ideology. His critiques are sharp and aimed at what he sees as a cultural shift that could be damaging the very fabric of society. He argues that the zeal of woke culture often oversteps, transforming from a positive force for social justice into a problematic dogma. For instance, the family unit, despite its evolution and the diversity of its forms, remains a cornerstone of social support and individual development. Maher's critique focuses on how woke culture can encroach upon free speech. He is critical of how political correctness, often championed by woke proponents, can turn into a tool for silencing dissenting voices under the guise of protecting individuals' feelings.
Sure, kids love a clown, but does the clown have to have tits?
Maher's blunt critique of woke ideology and its effects on society has not been warmly received by all in Hollywood. Some celebrities and media figures have distanced themselves from him, fearing backlash from their audiences or peers who strongly align with woke values. This distancing often takes the form of public criticism, where Maher is accused of being out of touch, or worse, complicit in perpetuating discrimination by challenging the tenets of woke culture. Following his commentary on political correctness and its impact on free speech, several actors and producers have labeled Maher as problematic. They argue that his views undermine efforts to create more inclusive and sensitive environments. These criticisms are often amplified by media outlets that align closely with progressive ideologies, further painting Maher as a divisive figure. There are also those in Hollywood who have quietly supported Maher